order. Okay, I'm looking through the file. Shoot, I'm looking May 22nd, 2015. I'm not finding anything. I'm thinking maybe we just did it here. There's nothing in Mass Courts on that date, so I'm thinking it's probably another date that would have been ordered.
I think that that's the day they signed their agreement, and then they never got this back. So that's exactly it.
Are you ready then?
Yep.
Okay. Debman versus Borregas, or Borregas, I'm sorry, 12P2621. At the front tables, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Starting with you, sir, your name.
Byron Vorges.
Alison Debnam.
Would the parties please raise their right hands? Do you each separately and solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give in the cause now hearing shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
Yes.
All right, this case is scheduled today for review on the complaint for contempt filed by Ms. Debman on July 2nd, 2015. You were last in court on July 23, 2015, at which time I entered an order. There was no finding of contempt at that time. I ordered that Ms. Debnam was to make arrangements with the Salem Police for a paid detailed police officer at a mutually convenient date, and was that done?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And Ms. Debnam was entitled to walk through the premises, make a list of personal property. No property that she maintains is her personal property, no personal property to be removed. Parties shall make a list. Each party shall receive a copy of the list, and both parties shall initial the list. The walkthrough shall not exceed 60 minutes. When was that done? Did you walk through the property and make a list of what you maintain as yours?
I wasn't able to make a list because I wasn't able to go through all of it. I have pictures. It was raining. It was pouring rain. A lot of my furniture, my wedding stuff, was out in the rain, destroyed. Everything was packed in boxes in the pod. Since
All
then,
right, back up for 1 minute, because the
I
next
couldn't make
paragraph,
a
no. Next paragraph deals with the pod.
Yeah.
Paragraph number 2 of the order that I entered on July 23 deals specifically with the interior of 33 Pickman Road. Were you able, ma'am, to walk through the interior of 33 Pickman Road for not more than 60 minutes and make a list of the personal property that you maintain as yours?
not complete. I couldn't go through the property. The officer is like a 4-hour. He has to take a minimum of 4 hours. I requested through Byron's attorney to do the 4 hours to go through there. We had to pay for 4 hours. So it didn't really give me enough time to go through all that stuff. Plus,
All right, but listen, I entered an order on July 23rd. Paragraph number 2 says, go through the interior of the house not to exceed 60 minutes.
correct.
Paragraph number 3 says, go through the pod not to exceed 90 minutes. We're now at 2.5 hours. Right? So
Yes, ma'am.
did you spend an hour in the house?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you make a list of the personal property that you maintain as yours?
I couldn't go through all the stuff in the house. I have 2 things in there right now that's personable. The rest of it was taken out and packed.
All right, so in the house, then, if you walk through the interior of 33 Pickman Road, in the house, what do you maintain is your personal property?
The only thing I could see, because the house was cleared out, it's empty. All my personal property is gone.
All right, so then it shouldn't even take 60 minutes in the house. I'll
Correct.
get to paragraph 3
Okay, I have a washing
next.
machine and a table, but I couldn't see the rest of my property because it's been destroyed, so
All right,
it's
so
gone.
just dealing with paragraph number 2. In the interior of the house, you maintain there's a washing machine and a table.
A dryer, I'm sorry, a dryer and a table. A dryer.
And do you agree, sir, that the dryer and the table belong to Ms. Debnam?
Yes.
All right. So those 2 items are agreed upon. Now, paragraph number 3. Ms. Debman shall be entitled to go through the storage pod at 33 Pickman Road to make a list of personal property she maintains as her personal property. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the representation the last time was that your father had packed the personal property and his property and Ms. Debnan's property is in the pod. Was that the representation that you made?
No, her personal property, all the items she can't find are boxed up and in storage under the apartment.
In the pod?
No, in the apartment, and storage under the old apartment.
There's a storage unit under the apartment.
Okay.
His pod was specifically his private, personal
Okay,
things.
so his pod, did you go through the pod?
I wasn't able to. Actually, I'm currently have a motion in housing court because he stole. I have articles here where recently there's been criminals.
All right, Ms. Debnam, I'm going to ask you to listen to the question that I'm asking you and answer the question that I'm asking you. There is an order in place that you were to have 90 minutes to go into the pod. Did you go into the pod?
I went in there, ma'am, and it was pouring rain that day. It was pouring rain. I couldn't go through everything. I got through part of it, but I couldn't go through everything.
All right, so did you spend 90 minutes in the pod?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and in the pod, did you find the pod then you maintain, sir, is your father's personal property?
Yeah, I'd like to talk about it.
Just a
when you're
moment.
through.
In the pod, what did you find in the 90 minutes that you were there that you maintain as yours?
I found some books of mine in there. I found.
Did you make a list of what was in the pod?
I took pictures. I have because I was only allowed to go through a few boxes.
What date did you go into the pod?
It was the Wednesday. It was pouring rain.
That
Tuesday.
tells me nothing.
It was. Hang on, ma'am.
The 11th.
The 11th. Okay, we say the 11th.
Tuesday, August 11th,
Yes, ma'am.
and you took pictures.
Yes, ma'am.
And from Tuesday, August 11th until today, in the last 10 days, have you sat down with the pictures and made a list of personal property that you maintain as yours?
The pictures, I have a few pictures of personal property. The rest of it's my destroyed property. I know I did not make a
I'm
list.
talking
a
about
list.
the pod
The
right
pod.
now. Just the pod,
Did I make a
which
list?
Mr. Gorgias maintains is personal property that belongs to your father. You had 90 minutes in the pod. You took pictures. In the last 10 days, have you taken the pictures and made a list of what you maintain as your personal property in that pod?
No, ma'am, because I couldn't see much.
All right.
And I have a police report where the pod was broken into after my father left.
Now, the third issue is there's the house walkthrough that we have the dryer and the table. There's the pod. You don't have a list of what belongs to you from the pod.
I couldn't see
The
everything. ma'am.
third issue is the storage area. Did you remove the boxes from the storage area?
I was unable to remove the boxes because it was pouring rain and I had limited access and I had limited light. They wouldn't let mommy in the other door to look at it. It had to be that particular door. There's no light in there. There was no light. He didn't care. I have pictures of that too. I have pictures where the person staying in the house was a convicted criminal.
So
and I have
the order of July 23 says, and you both agreed when you were here last time that you have a key to that storage unit.
I have one key, but the problem is also I have a report. I can't go by there by myself because my brother's aggressive.
On
And I
or
have a police
before
report.
August 14th, you were here on July 23, so 1, 2, 3 weeks in a day from the date I entered the order. On or before August 14th, Alison Debnam shall be entitled to remove from the storage unit the boxes of personal property packed by Byron Vorgis at a mutually agreed upon date and time. What date did you agree to?
The 11th.
No, there was no date
Date and time
ever
didn't-
asked for to remove storage.
This doesn't have to do
Oh, to
with
the
it.
storage?
No.
I'm confused now.
All right.
She said she had
There's three
unlimited
paragraphs.
access.
There's the interior of the house, which you needed the paid detail police officer for.
Correct.
There's the pod that Mr. Borges maintains is your father's things that you needed the paid detail officer for. The third paragraph deals with the storage. You have a key to the storage. You had 3 weeks and a day to agree upon a time and a date to go and remove all the boxes from the storage.
By the time I got the notice, I came here we had court Friday. I came here that Monday and Tuesday looking for the notice. I didn't get the notice. It came with me in the mail. I had to work. When I got the notice, I contacted the defendant's attorney. I had a few, like on a Thursday or Friday to set it up for that following Monday or Tuesday. That's why I haven't had time to go in there.
All right, this was mailed
Plus I
from this
work.
court on July 27th.
I came to the court personally on that following Monday and Tuesday looking for the order and did not see it. I asked the clerk so I could make arrangements as soon as possible. I came to and asked the clerk, and it said he didn't have it. So by the time I got the mail, a week had gone by, and I worked 42 hours. And,
So you didn't get this until the 30th, 4 days after it was mailed?
correct, I didn't. Well,
You
4
said it.
days. We were here Friday. I probably didn't, and I have a post office box because
Yeah.
I have to go to my post office box, but I didn't get it till that following Wednesday or Thursday.
Okay, so that gives you 2 weeks and a day. You have a key to the storage unit. Did you go and remove?
I couldn't go to the storage unit. I have a police report here where my brother's aggressively accosted me when I go to the property by myself. I need police.
Is there someone that you could take with you?
I did take somebody once, and you know what he did? He parked his car in front of their car and wouldn't let them go, and I have a police report.
He
And
assaulted
what's the
me.
date?
He
on
did
the-
not assault.
What's the date on the police report?
Actually, my brother filled it out. Where he says he parked his car in front of me and wouldn't let me by.
My father was with me.
Also, I have a police report where I went by the
Ma'am,
house.
what's the date on the police report?
My father was there, so it's gotta be, this was someone who cut the locks off the storage. Here it is, right here. The date on the police report was 9/28/14. That's why I haven't been going to the house ever since.
Long before I entered
Correct.
this order.
But the
So
problem
entered
is I
this
can't
order-
go there, ma'am, because there are criminals staying at the house.
How
and
much
they're
time do you need to remove the table, the dryer, and the boxes from storage?
4 hours.
How much time between now and what date? How much time do you need?
Probably I'll need about 20, 25 hours because I need to go through them, ma'am, and determine
No.
what's my father's and
No.
what's mine.
You may go to the property and remove the dryer and the table
the dryer
from
and
the
the table.
interior of Pickman Road, and all of the boxes in the storage unit underneath, to which you still have the key, correct?
But do I need a police escort now?
You tell me. I didn't make you have a police escort, but you're saying you need one.
We'll
And
pay for
I
half.
have
I'll pay
police
for half.
reports where each
Do you
time,
want a police escort?
and I have to pay for it again,
I'll
ma'am.
pay half. Trust will pay half.
Well, then The trust doesn't pay half. Byron, you pay half. That's the court's order.
I don't own the house.
He's taking the money for the trust to pay this man. I think you said personally he had to pay it. He's taking the money from the trust. He doesn't care. He stole it all.
How much time do you need to arrange for a police detail and go and get those things? And just so that we're very clear, and I'm going to have you take a seat, and I'm going to make a copy of this order before you leave and give it to you in your hand. You can remove the dryer from the interior of the house. What table is this are we talking about?
It's a pub table in the apartment.
Yes.
Table in the apartment and all of the boxes in the storage unit to which you have the key. That can be removed. Tell me from this date to what date? 3 weeks, 4 weeks, 5 weeks?
6 weeks. Because what now I'm in court now also because it was a legal eviction. I'm in housing court. These people stole my stuff.
Can I ask Mr. Borges if you can go out and why do you need 6 weeks to arrange for a police?
Because I'd like to go to housing court. There's a good chance I could go back into the house because it was a legal eviction. My father's floundering in Florida. Nobody knows where he is. His cousins won't talk to him.
So,
there have been criminals arrested. There's the pod that's been broken into, that things have been stolen. I have things where they're selling my stuff and signs that say leave for dealer when I walked around the house. This not to be moved, give it to the dealer.
ma'am, on July 23, I entered an order. The order provided you time to go through the house and make a list of personal property
It's all gone.
that you maintain
All my
as
stuff
yours.
is gone, so I have to go through the
The
box.
order provided you the opportunity to go through the pod and make a list
I haven't finished
of
in
the
the pod.
property that is yours.
It was pouring rain. It was
I've got
pouring
something
rain. I
to say.
haven't finished in
You
the
have
pod.
not done either.
I did as much as I could
However,
in the pod.
The two of you agree that the dryer and the table belong to you. So I am going to include that. I am going to enter an order that you are to go to the property, remove the dryer and the table and all of the boxes and personal property in the storage unit to which you have a key. If you believe you need a police detail, then there'll be a sharing in the cost of the
Otherwise,
police
I can go
detail.
up there anytime.
No, you need to make it at a mutually agreed upon time.
Okay, last time it was raining, pouring rain. That's why I couldn't take the pod's full, so I couldn't take things from the pod to the grass. I couldn't take things out of the storage to the grass. My furniture is totally destroyed. He threw it out. I have pictures of it in the rain.
I have pictures, Your Honor. I'd like to
I
say
have
something.
pictures of the
about
rain.
fraud.
I have where the pot has been broken into. I have where there has been an outstanding warrant. There's an ATM machine in the basement. It's an illegal activity
It's
going on
mine.
at the house with no numbers on it.
I fixed them.
With no numbers.
I-
An ATM with no numbers.
I'd like to be given
There
an
has been
opportunity
a criminal
to
living
talk.
in the house. My
Okay,
father is
thank
in
you.
danger, ma'am, and I'm very scared about my father. He's got crooks running his life. Here's the article here. Here's my brother's credibility. The house has been searched twice.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it has. His one time it
Okay.
has.
Well, it's just wrong. It's just
You know, I'm dealing with
not
press.
even
I'm
relevant.
sorry I haven't been in the system. They've done it better than I have. My mail has been open. All my trust documents to defend myself have been destroyed. That's why I couldn't defend myself. They went through it all. He's caused undue influence, unusual influence on my father.
Why were
He
you
has lied
removed?
We're
constantly.
going to talk one at
Oh,
a time.
thank you.
He's lied to
Thank
my
you.
father about the
Thank
things
you.
I've done.
Thank you.
Ms. Debman,
My father's in a
Ms.
lot of
Debman,
trouble, ma'am.
Ms. Debman, I have a settlement and release agreement that was entered into on May 22nd of this year and signed by the two of you and your father. You were both represented by counsel at the time, and this agreement was signed after several months of interaction and back and forth. I had appointed a master to help deal with the issue, and this agreement was signed. The only issue that is before this court right now is the complaint for contempt filed by Alison Debnam, which maintains that she was denied access to the property to get the personal property. That's the only issue that is before this court right now. I entered a very detailed order on July 23rd.
I couldn't see it all, ma'am. It was too packed, and it's got tightly packed. It's got tape over
Look at
everything. I had to
pictures.
go through box through box. I haven't finished. I have pictures of it to show you how tight, how much stuff is there. I just couldn't do it.
I'd like to talk at some point.
All right. What would you like to say, Mr.
Okay,
Burgess?
first of all, my lawyer said deal with the important issues first. There's two primary ones.
No, there's
Well,
one issue here.
Well, the
This
most
complaint
important
for
is she
contempt.
went through the pod. Here's the picture. She ripped it apart for 90 minutes. She didn't pack anything back.
Because I was getting my
Here's
stuff.
thousands of dollars. This was a
Right.
big
I want
project for
I
my
want everybody
father.
to stop talking right now for 1 minute.
Okay.
We are going to speak one at a time. You're not going to interrupt one another. You are not going to speak to one another. Ms. Debman, you've had sufficient time to speak. It's Mr. Borges's time to speak now. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Go ahead, sir.
Okay. I understand. There's also another, well, the important issues. My father spent months packing that pod. Here's the checks we paid to have it packed because he's disabled in a chair. The second part is she went through it for 90 minutes. Here it is before she went through it, all the stuff, and my father. And here it is after she went through it, all torn up. Especially like this circuit board. There's a circuit board to my father's wheelchair. It's exposed. One scratch renders it inoperable and wasteful. It cost $3,000 from the VA. Totally exposed. All the other pictures, the boxes, diapers, just ripped open. Says diapers on it, ripped open, nothing taped up. I offered at one time for her to go get tape. No, the judge has to let me come back. The judge has to let me come back. The judge has to let me back for my storage. I protested and said the 14th is when you have to get your stuff out. I have a number of requests to live there. Okay, people wanting to live there that would live there if the stuff was moved. We missed one point. She has a bedroom set, keeping
Oh, yes, I'd
the
like the bedroom
bedrooms
set.
from being removed.
Ms. Debman.
I would like that removed. It's keeping us from renting
And
the
is
place.
this the bedroom set that you corresponded with your niece about?
Yes, we want it out. We don't want it. We would like to get rid of it, or either take it out immediately so I can rent it, or let us keep it. One or the other. I was under the impression, my father, it was upsetting to tell him that she got into the pod, because like I said, we spent thousands of dollars. You can see the boxes and boxes. He sat for weeks packing this. He had multiple workers there, everybody packed. I have statements from the workers since she went through the pod. And I have the pictures. The pictures are very explanatory. The boxes are all ripped open. I don't know what we're going to do. He wants his pod. It has to be repacked. You know, everything has to be secured to the walls. For 90 minutes, she did nothing but rip it open. And there was ample space for her to get in. I have pictures of her ripping the boxes open. The TV was moved into the house. It was never moved back into the pod. You know, so I don't know what we're going to do. It's all unpacked. The trust has to hire new people to repack it. She said the judge will have to let me back to repack it, like some sort of ploy. So that's the major problem, is this repacking the pod that took my father months, thousands of dollars, and it's just destroyed now. The workers made statements. They will come back and pack it for money. Secondly, my lawyer said to bring up the fact, this is the motion filed in court, in the housing court. It was filed August 12th, and it deals with denied access to property and personal items, moved, packed, stole my property, and my lawyer's return motion on it. The trust can't afford to pay the lawyer, so I have to be here. I'm not a lawyer. All this criminal stuff, I don't know. One person that helps my father lives there and takes care of my father. He made statements as to what the pod looked like before and after. And as far as I know, there's only my father, that's where my father resides, and this was his pod, and we're going to have to send it soon. We're going to have a closing soon, and we want to send it. And I don't know what to do, and I can't rent the house, Your Honor. The stuff's all there. The bedroom set prohibits everything. You're welcome to look at the pictures. Like I said, the exposed circuit board. That was carefully packed. It's an expensive item. The TV's still in the house. There was ample time in 90 minutes to do something. No agreement was made. She said, the judge has to give me time to move the storage. The judge had, and I thought it was explicit in the decree that it had to be removed by the 14th. All these other housing issues were discussed at the release agreement phase. The list was never provided. I've been waiting for a list. I haven't got one. The reason she can't find her personal property is it's all in storage. It's all packed up very neatly in storage. If there's anything that left outside, that was mutual agreement to my father, all the workers, that it was no good, and we didn't have room for it. We'd like to get everything out of there so we can rent it or sell it or do something. And my father, it's just been going on too long. And, I mean, it's not relevant to this, but the SUV that was supposed to be signed over still isn't signed over and taking up space on the property.
All right. On or before September 11, 2015, Ms. Debman shall remove from 33 Pickman Street, Salem, all of the boxes located in the storage unit, the dryer, the table, and the bedroom set. Plaintiff shall remove the property at a mutually agreed upon date. Any property remaining at 33 Pickman Street after that date shall be deemed abandoned
Can I say something,
by plaintiff. Yes, ma'am.
The reason we're in housing court, because it was an illegal eviction, it was illegal to pack all my stuff. It's illegal to pack anybody's stuff. It's civil court. That's why I'm going to the housing court.
This is a court.
I understand, this is probate.
Have you maintained a
I've gone over-
landlord-tenant relationship?
Pardon?
Have you maintained a landlord?
I've just been living there since '92.
Okay. So,
Okay.
on or before September 11, 3 weeks from today,
Yeah.
you're to remove the dryer, the bedroom set, the table, and all of the boxes in the storage unit. It's to be done at a mutually agreed upon date. You can't just go there when you want. You need to make arrangements with Mr. Borges as to when you're going to go. And then, if you don't take those things on or before September 11th, they will be deemed abandoned. Yes, ma'am.
Why can't we do it sooner?
Can I take a person instead of, can I take a few people to help me move, or does it have to be an officer?
I did not make any order on July 23rd that you needed a detailed police officer to remove the boxes.
Okay.
So I'm not entering an order today. If either one of you wants to hire a detailed police officer for your own protection, you can do that.
How long?
It has to be at a mutually agreed upon time, no more than, you're going to have to hire someone to move the
Now,
dryer.
can I go a few times, because there's a lot of stuff in there. It's going to take more than one truck, it's going to
Could've
take
been
more than
gone.
one day, it's just going to take a lot of time. There's a lot
You're not
of
going to
stuff.
move the dryer yourself, right?
Pardon?
You're not going to
No, I'll go have somebody move that and get the table, but all those boxes, they're file cabinets. A lot of this stuff isn't even mine. A lot of the stuff, my stuff is still in the pod, because I found some of my stuff
There's nothing that's going to be removed from
from
the
the pod. Okay,
storage unit,
okay,
bedroom set, table, dryer.
okay.
That's it.
And the pod stays.
Pod stays.
What do you mean the pod? He needs the pod.
The,
For
meaning
her.
Ms. Debman
What
doesn't-
about all the damage in it? It was 90 minutes of ripped up boxes.
I have pictures, and the officer was there.
I'd like to get it out so we can rent this stuff. The bedroom set at least. I'd love to get the bedroom set.
September 11th, or it's deemed abandoned. If it's not removed by September 11th, Mr. Borges can throw it away. Plaintiff shall remove all property on one trip, no more.
Is that me? I need more than one trip, ma'am.
Why?
Oh, my goodness, it probably takes about the whole full this. I mean, I'm telling you, it's 4 feet, and it's also a crawl space that makes it hard to get to with nails going through. He wouldn't allow me the other entrance to get through, and there's no lighting down there.
I'll agree to a longer time, if that's helpful. I just
More
want to get it
days.
done in one day.
It just can't be done in one day.
Yes, 8 hours. 8 hours, we'll do 8 hours, I don't care.
It can't be done. I have to go through everything. A lot
No,
of
you
it's
don't.
No,
It's packed.
no.
But what
No,
if it's
it's
not
not a,
mine?
it's
Then
not
you
a
throw it
dump.
away when you leave.
Yeah.
So I have to take all these boxes that aren't even mine? That's what.
If you don't want to take them, you don't have to take them. But you can take everything out of the storage unit, the bedroom set, the table, the dryer.
And,
Whatever you don't take by September 11th is going to get thrown away.
okay, because what they've done, they've packed boxes and they duct taped everything.
Carefully.
And I can't get through to see what is mine.
So if you want to take it,
Take
take
it.
it and go through it later. If you don't want to take it, don't take it, and it's going to get
So
thrown
I
away.
have to pay to take stuff that's not mine and
I
get rid
don't
of it.
know, ma'am, what's yours.
Excuse me, how many hours?
All property in one trip, no more than 8 hours.
Okay.
In one trip? I don't
Yes.
think I can do that, ma'am. I just can't. I work 42 hours. Plus I
Exactly,
have
so
another
likely
job.
it's going to have to be done on a weekend, I'm guessing, right?
I work weekends because I'm a PCA.
So then likely
so
it's going to have to be
during the
done on
week.
a day off. You're going to have to rent a truck, you're going to agree on the date, and you're going to have people help you, because I can't imagine you're going to move a bedroom set and a dryer on your own.
I'm going to have to hire people.
Right. So movers can do that in 8 hours.
One more thing. We're at the address issue again. She says she doesn't get it because she didn't get the court document because evidently this address isn't the same address as the post office. What she has for
Post office box is not an address for service.
I gave you an address.
Oh, an address for
184.
service.
184
Okay.
Atlantic Street.
Yeah, so I don't see what the problem.
184 Atlantic Street,
she-
Gloucester.
Yeah,
Basically homeless right now, man.
she said she didn't get it because the post office box.
All right?
Yeah, I have to
Have
go
a
to
seat.
the post office box.
Have a seat, and we will give you a copy of this order in hand today.
Thank you, Your Honor.